Could this be the first earthquake of the 2026 FIFA World Cup? The spotlight of Group C immediately shines on a blockbuster clash between Brazil and Morocco. On one side stands the most successful nation in World Cup history, carrying the weight of 5 stars on their chest. On the other stands a Moroccan team that has not tasted defeat in 38 consecutive matches. The last time the Atlas Lions lost a game was back in May 2024. More than 2.5 years later, they arrive at the World Cup stronger, more experienced, and full of belief. Fresh off their Africa Cup of Nations triumph, Morocco is no longer a surprise package. They are a genuine contender capable of causing chaos among football's traditional giants. Against the glamour and prestige of Brazil, Morocco will bring the same weapon that shocked the world 4 years ago, an impenetrable defensive fortress. The same defensive discipline that suffocated Spain. The same resilience that broke Portugal's dreams. The same mentality that carried an African nation into the World Cup semi-finals for the very first time. But is that enough to stop Brazil? Forget the dream of Neymar carrying the nation on his shoulders once again. This is a different era. World Cup 2026 belongs to a new generation. The hopes of an entire country now rest on the shoulders of Vinicius Junior and Rafinha. Behind them stands the experience of Casemiro in midfield, while Marquinhos and Gabriel Magalhaes form one of the strongest central defensive partnerships in international football. 3 points in this opening match could completely change the complexion of Group C. With Scotland and Haiti also in the group, victory here would place either Brazil or Morocco in a commanding position to qualify for the knockout stage. The stage could hardly be bigger. Miami's spectacular stadium, a sporting masterpiece worth over $1.6 billion, will host this highly anticipated showdown. It has already welcomed Super Bowls and Copa America finals, and in a few weeks, it will host the World Cup final itself. But before that historic night arrives, it will be transformed into a battlefield painted in Brazilian yellow and Moroccan red. Despite the excitement, there is still significant concern surrounding Brazil. Rarely has Brazil entered a World Cup facing so many questions. After the glorious eras of Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Kaká, and later Neymar, Brazilian football finds itself in a period of transition. For decades, whenever one superstar faded, another emerged. Now, for the first time in years, many wonder whether Brazil still possesses that iconic figure capable of carrying the nation to glory. At the same time, Morocco's rise has been impossible to ignore. Their historic semi-final run in 2022 was not a miracle. It was the beginning of a new chapter. Since then, the Atlas Lions have continued to grow, becoming one of the most respected teams in international football. Many experts consider them the ultimate dark horse of World Cup 2026. And perhaps the first surprise is only hours away. The biggest question remains Neymar. Carlo Ancelotti faced criticism for including the Brazilian icon in his World Cup squad. Many supporters viewed it as a sentimental decision designed to give Neymar one final dance on football's biggest stage. However, a grade 2 calf injury has left the 3-4-year-old struggling to regain full fitness. Reports suggest he is unlikely to feature against Morocco and may have to watch from the bench as his teammates begin their campaign. If Neymar cannot answer the call, then Vinicius Junior must. Although he has yet to consistently replicate his club performances for the national team, this World Cup presents the perfect opportunity to establish himself as Brazil's new leader. The talent is undeniable. The expectations are enormous. Rafinha faces a similar challenge. Both players have dazzled at club level. Now they must prove they can do the same while wearing the famous yellow shirt. Another major decision awaits Ancelotti at center forward. Matheus Cunha, Endrick, and Igor Thiago are all enjoying excellent form. Igor Thiago scored 22 goals last season. Cunha reached double digits, and Endrick continues to develop into one of football's brightest young stars. Yet, against a defense as physically imposing and organized as Morocco's, a traditional target man may be the answer. Igor Thiago's strength, aerial presence, and hold-up play could provide Brazil with the focal point they desperately need. Because Morocco will almost certainly turn this match into a defensive war. The football world still remembers Cristiano Ronaldo's tears after Portugal's elimination. It remembers Spain's endless possession and complete inability to break through Morocco's defensive wall. The lesson remains clear. Controlling the ball means nothing if you cannot find a way through. Ancelotti knows this. Based on current expectations, Brazil could line up with Alisson in goal. Danilo, Marquinhos, Gabriel Magalhães, and Alexandro form the back four. Casemiro, Bruno Guimarães, and Lucas Paqueta operate in midfield. Up front, Vinicius Junior and Rafinha support Igor Thiago. Morocco is expected to start World Cup hero Yassine Bounou between the posts. Achraf Hakimi, Diop, Riyad, and Mazraoui lead the defense. Amrabat and Ounahi anchor the midfield. Ahead of them, Ez Abde El Khanous and the creative genius Brahim Diaz provide the attacking threat. The opening battle of Group C. Will Brazil silence the doubters and begin their quest for a sixth world title? Or will Morocco deliver the first major shock of World Cup 2026? One team will celebrate, one team will leave with questions, and the entire football world will be watching.